I've been avoiding this video for a while, and I finally decided to face it. I don't like 7 Days to Die. That doesn't mean I think it's a bad game, just not for me. The only quote survival game I ever really enjoyed is Minecraft, and that's barely a survival game. I generally prefer games with survival elements, like Fallout New Vegas Hardcore Mode or We Happy Few, over actual survival games. The biggest reason? Grinding. Putting my combined experience of both PC and Xbox 7 Days to Die, it was almost always, you are hungry, you are thirsty, you are cold, you are wet, etc. The other day I was playing 7 Days to Die and was thirsty and I went into a house. The house had several sinks that I couldn't drink from. Really, game? Really? Even Fallout lets you drink from random sinks, and even toilets in a pinch. But 7 Days to Die said, nope, you gotta find something else. Come on, man. And even on the lowest difficulty, my character always had the appetite of a pro football player. I assure you, most people will not die in real life if they go 48 hours without food. You'll be cranky, yes, but you won't die. And how can someone eat a dozen eggs and a can of pasta and still be hungry? How? And there's the constant grind of supplies. You need this. You need that. It just gets annoying to me, and this game really requires far more patience than I am willing to give it. Or quest. I received one quest to dig up hidden supplies. I found the area and started digging, but there was a twist. I couldn't step outside of a narrowing circle. I learned this the hard way when I stopped digging to deal with a nearby zombie. I then had to hike back to the trader, restart the entire quest, and dig a brand new hole. I was attacked several times, but if I left the circle, I'd have to attempt a third try. So I was barely able to defend myself since mobility is a crucial part of melee combat. When I had finally finished the hole, it was dark and I was heavily wounded. Hobbling back to my makeshift shelter, I got bum rushed by a nurse zombie and died. I have genuinely tried to like this game. I want to like this game, I really do, but every time I boot it up, it always ends the same. You are hungry, you are infected, you are sick. Like, game, can I have just a little bit of peace? I know it's the zombie apocalypse, but could I at least have a realistic appetite? Or how I would just randomly become wet or overheated for literally no reason and have to stop what I was doing to deal with it? And don't get me started on the stamina meter. While I appreciate the game trying to be realistic and challenging here, that doesn't mean I enjoy it. All this being said, I don't think 7 Days to Die is a total flop. It has some cool ideas, a lot of freedom to craft, and sometimes fun combat, along with pretty good graphics on PC. I do understand why people enjoy this zombie survival game, but it just suffers from being too grindy and demanding for my taste. And I never liked the fact that you can't sleep. I understand what the game is trying to make you do, you can't just skip the night when it's most dangerous, but I would like an option to sleep. All this being said, this game is really hard to rate on my grade scale, since it's a very solid survival game if you're up for a challenge, at least the PC version. The Xbox version has quite a few gameplay issues and overall less content. I personally can't recommend it because I don't like it, but again, it does its job very well. For my personal opinion, it gets a 6 out of 10 due to its grindy and repetitive nature, along with immense difficulty. But as far as is it a good survival game, I give it a 8 out of 10. Like I said, it does its job very well for those who like the genre of survival. That wraps up my video for today, folks. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this, and shout out to NGP Odd Gaming. Head over to his channel if you want to see someone play 7 Days to Die, link in the description. I learned quite a bit from him. For those new here, I mostly play, review, and discuss zombie and horror games, so maybe check out some of my other videos if that interests you. And will I be playing the 7 Days to Die 1.0 launch slash new release? Probably not on day one, no, but perhaps one day if it gets a hefty discount. Thanks again for watching. Jesus loves you. Peace.